I got a question. You didn't have a beer for breakfast this morning.
No.
Okay, all right.
No.
Just thought I'd ask. Northville Crossing versus Jessica Bradshaw.
I am here.
Okay, hello, Ms. Bradshaw. Okay, what is the claim now in this case?
Oh, it's been ongoing, let's say that.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes.
Your Honor, I have rent retain of $1,012.77, court costs of $190 for a total of $1,202.77.
Okay. And so you made your $350 payment.
I actually paid $400 instead of $350. I did do that. I did get a denial from the SER, and I got a phone call from them stating they needed a updated court ledger, which obviously they couldn't give. I called the courts, they couldn't give an updated one because the amount when it was processed was at that time only for the 900, but because when I put in for the SER, because it was for the full amount, because there was 2 months worth of rent, so
Right.
they denied it. They said to get something from Northville Crossings stating how much the full amount was, to reapply, send in all the proof from Northville Crossings with that updated amount so I did all of that. I got a phone call yesterday from them. They denied it again.
Jeez.
Yes. And they said, because one, I make too much money, and two, the amount was what they say, your shortfall amount is equal to or greater than the amount needed to resolve the emergency in this emergency. That's why they denied it. But I do have an appointment with Hawk on October 6th at 12 p.m. with Autumn from SOS.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Go ahead.
Yes.
at this point, we would be requesting entry of a judgment. At this time, that is the third hearing now.
No, I understand. Ma'am,
Yes.
if you had just this amount and had to pay it off, how long would that take you to do?
I get paid on the 3rd. I don't know honestly how much it's gonna be. Like I told you, not last time because I was in surgery, which I will be in surgery on the 3rd again with the other doctor that I work with. I've been working as many hours as I can, filling in at another office as well, to make up hours so I can try to get this paid off. So hopefully I get as much money as I can on the 3rd. I honestly, I don't know how much my paycheck's gonna be. Like I
All right.
said before,
I
I
gotcha.
didn't plan on having surgery to have my gallbladder out. That's what sent me behind.
Understood. So here's what I'm going to do, and I'll explain why I'm going to do it. I'm going to issue a judgment to the plaintiff, finding no tribal issue after hearing in this case. All right.
Mm-hmm.
For the total amount of the $1,202. What that does is that, in essence, to save your tenancy, that's the amount that you'd have to pay.
Okay.
If I adjourn it out, we're going to have to deal with October rent.
Right.
Got it.
Mhm.
So, what I will do is, over plaintiff's objection, I'll extend it slightly. Normally, you would have until the 6th to do it. I'm going to, a writ would issue the 10th.
Okay.
And again, that's over plaintiff's objection, but I'm going to give you to the end of that week
To see what Hawk
to
says.
try to see if you can figure it out, get it paid.
Okay. I really appreciate that. Yes, I am trying. I really am.
No, you are, and and you came through and you paid more than what you told me you were gonna pay. I get it, but I think this is probably the safest way we can try to see if you can find a way to maintain your tenancy, okay?
Yes, absolutely. I do. I appreciate it very much so, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. All
Thank
right,
you.
you have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Sio Farms versus Melanie Clemens.
Vicky Mattson for the plaintiff.
Melanie Clemens, they are not present. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. This case, we were actually waiting for a payment to clear.
Right.
It hasn't come back yet, however, based on the recent chargeback for the $3,000 that is being requested, we are requesting another adjournment just to allow for the full period of time for this payment to clear. So
Okay.
to give it the
I do
entire
not-
10 days.
Okay. I do not have next week, so I will adjourn it out to October 10th, 2025 at 3 p.m. And has that chargeback been verified? I mean, I know there was some dispute.
I don't think so, Your Honor. I do have Patty on.
So from
Because-
what we heard,
Yes, go ahead, Patty. I'm sorry.
Okay. you're okay. From what my conversation with Melanie was that the owner of the credit card actually did not know what was happening or why there was a fraud alert on it. And he was working on contacting the fraud department to let them know it was an accurate charge. That was as of Wednesday was the last update I had from her.
Okay. All right. Oh, well, we'll see. All right, we'll put it out to the 10. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is that it for Patty? Yes, it is. Valley Ranch versus LaToya Lightner.
Vicky Mattson on behalf of the plaintiff.
There. Okay. Ms. Lightner?
Yes, sir.
All right. I granted a judgment for possession. Is this your motion?
Your Honor, this is plaintiff's motion.
Plaintiff's motion. All right, go ahead with your claim.
Your Honor, we are asking for reissuance of the order of eviction. The order of eviction was previously entered on May 28th. However, Ms. Lightner had ended up paying the amount, so we had not proceeded with the writ. However, one of the payments that she made to satisfy the judgment has now been reversed. So in light of that, the judgment is now not satisfied, and we would ask for reissuance of the writ. And at this time, no other payments have been made. There's a balance of $8,596.46.
Ms. Lightner, what do you have to say to that?
So as far as the payment being reversed, I didn't even know in June that it had been reversed until I went to pay my July rent. I'm currently not even in the state. I'm working out of state. I have been since I got out of recovery from my surgery in June. And I don't even have access to pay online anymore. They want a cashier's check in person, but I've been working 7 days straight. I have not been able to get back to the state.
Okay. And you're saying that you have this amount?
Yes, and I don't have any family in Michigan that I trust enough to go to my banking institutions.
Your Honor, we would object. I mean, it's almost $9,000.
No, I hear you. I'm just saying, but I'm trying to figure out.
And
what
the
she's saying.
reverse payment, I contacted my bank and I'm still waiting to hear back on why it was reversed. It hasn't shown back up in my bank account. Because I didn't issue a fraud alert.
Okay. Well, ma'am, what I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna grant their motion for the reissuance of the writ of restitution. I'm not sure exactly where you are, but what you'll have to do if you want to resolve this is somehow or another, you need to get back into the state. And certainly pay the amount of whatever that reversal is once you sort that out. But at this juncture, I am going to grant their motion, reissue the writ, and I've signed that. I signed both the order and the writ today. Right. Okay, thank you.
Do I know how long I have?
Well, there's a 72 hour, from once it's posted, there's 72-hour wait. But I'd say the best I can tell you is you're operating on borrowed time.
I understand that, Your Honor.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Avalon Housing versus Vicky Bennett.
Good afternoon, Judge David Morris on behalf of Vicky Bennett, who's appearing by Zoom.
Ms. Bennett? Oh, there she is.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, where are we on this?
I think we have to ask Mr. Morris.
You're on a proposed consent judgment was circulated earlier today. Ms. Bennett had a emergency medical appointment today, so I didn't have enough time to go through those facts with her. When I did discuss it with her, I was not convinced that we were fully understanding all the terms. So I think if Your Honor will pass this case, I can try calling Ms. Bennett again, or.
Okay, if that's what you want to do.
It's fine. That's fine with the
I'll
plan,
pass.
Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Ms. Bennett, I'm going to pass your case. Your attorney's going to give you a call.
Your Honor, sir, I almost died Wednesday of respiratory failure. I have a ventilator in my home. I just want to let you know. There's other situations. Thank you.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Keep your coming.
Pleasure.
That's
Your Honor, can we just adjourn it for 2 weeks?
Adjourn.
And hopefully we'll just send in an order.
Okay.
You're not here next week, right?
I'm not here next week, so.
okay.
Ms. Bennett, what we're gonna do, given all of the circumstances,
Yeah.
council has agreed, we're gonna adjourn this out till October 10th,
I have all my
2025.
rent money in a savings account in my bank. I just want to get work orders done. And that's what I have to say. I just hope I stay alive till then. Thank you.
All right.
She's escrowing the funds, Your Honor.
Yes, I get what she's indicating. So I'll adjourn it out to the 10th, 2025 at 12 noon.
Thank you, sir.
And hope, all right, thank you.
Right. Keep
Thank you,
coming,
Your Honor.
Kevin. Thank you, buddy. Bye-bye.
Evergreen Apartments versus Markelia Jennings. Your name?
Markelia.
The total claim is 217909. She has a plan, but it doesn't include having everything paid within the statutory period. We've offered a 1-week extension. She's still uncomfortable with that. But that's the best I can do.
All right. Yeah, what did you want to tell me?
Well, I get paid the 3rd and the 17th, but I won't have it by the 13th because I don't get another paycheck to the 17th. I could pay the 2179 by the 17th, but not by the 13th.
What about October, Ryan?
I get paid October 31st, so it's 3 times next month, but
All right, so you have 3 paychecks in October, is the
right.
deal, right? And how much is owing?
2179.
20.
09.
I think I've heard it somewhere. 217909. All right. On the 3rd, how much were you intending on paying?
1,200.
1,200?
Mhm.
And so then it's really about $1,000 balance.
Mhm.
And then what were you gonna do on the 7th? How much were you gonna pay on the 17th?
The rest, whatever's on for
Okay,
the rest of October.
none of October's rent?
It will be October's rent. It'll be 0. Because this is the 3rd, the 17th, and then the 31st.
No, I said on the 17th, how much were you gonna pay? You said on the 3rd, you were gonna pay 1,200.
Yep, I'm gonna pay 1,000.
Pardon?
1,000 on the 17th.
And then 1,000 on the 17th.
And whatever else by the 31st.
Here's what I'm gonna do, because otherwise you're gonna be brought back to court in October if you don't pay it.
Okay.
So I will enter a judgment. I won't do it as an order of conditional dismissal. That basically indicates that the 2,179.08 would have to be paid as follows: 1,200 on October 3rd, an additional 1,000 on October 17th, and October's rent, including all late fees, by October 31st. If at any of those,
Well, not by October 31st. I get paid on the 31st, so
it's got to be
on the
paid
31st.
It's got to be paid on the 31st.
right.
All right. If any of those payments are missed, a writ may issue. So you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
So I'm giving you time to pay it out, but you've got to make sure you make all of those payments.
Right.
All right?
Okay.
And we're including October rent in consideration of giving you that additional time.
Okay.
You understand that? Okay. I'm gonna do that by hearing, finding no tribal issue and issuing that.
So I don't come back to court until,
You don't come back to court.
okay, thank
All
you.
right?
Your Honor, so seems like I should leave the redemption date as the 6th
Correct.
because she would have till then anyway.
Right. You would have until the 6th to get it paid. But if any of the payments are missed, then an order of eviction can occur.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Court calls the case of Evergreen Apartments versus Ruth Palmer. And Denisha Moore.
I have a note that says she was gonna pay by noon today.
Yes, I was at CVS all day. Something's going on with my card that the money is on, and it's not going to be corrected until Monday.
Total is 2307.96.
And ma'am, I don't know what you said, but I do have the note in my file indicates that you were gonna pay this all off.
Yeah, so that was my plans, but I've been at CVS all morning trying to get the money off, and then when I contacted the card people, they said that it's something going on with the card system itself, and it won't be corrected until Monday.
Sounds like the 6th will work for her.
Yes. So I don't have a sticker in. Judgment to the plaintiff by default or finding no tribal issue after hearing for that total amount with a writ to issue the 6th.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck. Have a great week.
Thank you. Well.
Calls case of Gleno Hills versus Yuritza Herrera. Okay, and where are we now on Herrera's case?
She owes $965.49. Looks like she still has an app pending. If Miss Amy can confirm that with Miss Herrera's permission.
Miss Amy's not with us today.
Well,
So she has a hat payment?
I made a payment today.
yeah, actually, the amount I have is less than the ledger amount, so I think that's right. So her balance now is
80.
Hang on.
$965.49. She paid $580 today.
She paid $580.
Yes, sir.
So the number you gave me of the 9, did I take that off of there or it's already?
That's already been, the $580 has been deducted from the $1545.49.
Got it. Okay. So Ms. Herrera, I know we've been working on this. When are you gonna get this paid off?
Stressful. Yes. So I've been working still with the Social Security and
Right.
Section 8. I don't know what to do about Section 8. nobody in the office is listening to me. I've sent them bank statements that shows that loss of income. I have also went into Social Security and spoke to them in person, where they called my specialist at Section 8 and told them that she did lose that income, and they're still not adjusting that. So
Who, who administers your Section 8?
Jacqueline, and then Misty is the supervisor. So I
You know
haven't been able.
what company that is, or is it through Mischief?
I
May
don't know what you mean.
Hold on.
Mr. Herrera, is that Misty Hendershot from the Housing
Yes.
Commission?
So it's Ann
Yes.
Arbor. Okay.
And they spoke to Jacqueline, Social Security spoke to Jacqueline on the phone and told her that she did lose that income for her son over the phone, because they're confused of my bank ledgers and what I actually lost. This is going back from May, and they're not adjusting what I should be receiving from them.
Got it.
But I told Social Security that although I have disability restrictions, I need to work. I need to work to get this taken care of, because it's going on for too long. And they gave me a ticket to work, where I'm still getting Social Security, but I can work, and I have a job. I started working. I'm a dental assistant, so I have that income that's going to be coming in. So next week I'll be getting Social Security.
Okay,
And
Ms. Herrera, let me ask you this. How much is your monthly rent that you need to pay?
520.
Plus utilities.
Plus utilities. So if we just ballpark it at the 6, because something's gone. And this is the same thing you've been saying all along.
It'll be 1582.47 on the first, adding in utilities and carport.
All right. 1582. All right. So, Ms. Herrera, your October rent with the utilities, so we're talking roughly around $600 or a little bit more. When can you get that paid?
Well, I always make my portion of the payments.
No, I know,
So
I know, but there's a reason why I'm asking it that way, Ms. Herrera.
Okay.
So what date can you get that portion paid?
On the 3rd.
On the 3rd. Okay. And then somehow or another, you got to also whittle away at this 965 until you get everything straight. So how much additional can you pay prior to the 10th? To be that next week? Is there anything that you're going to be able to pay?
I cannot say, because I'm in clinicals right now, and I don't know if they're paying me next week or the following.
Following week. Okay, I got
And
you.
then I do have Hawk. Hawk has approved me, but they don't have the fundings yet until October.
I remember you telling me that also. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. Because I think you're working at everything, trying to get it done, and it's just not happening. So I'm going to adjourn this out to October 10th, 2025 at 12 noon. You need to make sure
Your
you
Honor?
pay your October. Yes, ma'am.
I was gonna say, because I am in the clinicals, I have to be there in the office, and I do not get out until 2:00 on Fridays.
On Fridays. Gotcha. All right.
Can we both just appear by Zoom at 3? if we're gonna be at.
Yeah, I'll make a. Can we arrange to do it? All right, so here's what we're gonna do, Miss Herrera, because I know you're doing everything. I'm gonna set yours at 3 p.m., which is a special time. You can appear via Zoom.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
we'll just see where you are, but make sure you get your October rent in. Okay, so
Yes.
that this balance stays about where it is until we can get that other part corrected.
Yes, I'm trying. That's why I was able to make the payment today. I got an increase on my credit card and was able to make the 580. So,
Okay.
and then I've got that ticket to work with Social Security. So, although it's against what my doctors are telling me with my conditions, I have to work at this point because
Okay.
no one is really trying to help me with Section 8, and I need to have that extra income. So, thank you for listening to me.
Not a problem, Ms. Herrera. All right, above all, just make sure to take care of yourself. You hear me?
I'm trying. Thank you.
Okay. All right. We'll see you on the 10th, 3 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, and he's gonna get this paid by the 6th. Okay. Sir, you signed this consent judgment?
I did.
All right. You have any questions regarding its terms?
So if the payment is not made by the 6th, I wasn't aware that there were other options. I just kind of signed the first thing that was given to me, unfortunately. But if the payment's not made by the 6th, what are the other, what will happen?
Well, what this judgment indicates is that you're gonna pay it by the 6th.
Yes. I'm just curious.
Well, the only other option would be to move on these terms.
Okay. I'm not, like I said,
No, I got you, but
yeah.
Are you not gonna have it? I mean, what?
Right now I'm making steps to get it, but it's all like, I was listening to the young lady's testimony prior to this, and I'm kind of slightly on the same boat with that situation. I'm on long-term disability.
Is Miss Herrera?
Yes,
I'm
on long-term.
Yeah, but there may be, I don't
like,
think you're in that boat.
Like I said, slightly. I'm just talking about in relation to just how I get paid. I get paid lately by long-term disability. That's been kind of held up for the last 2 months, and it wasn't. Hopefully, I remedied the problem today. It was just a situation of paperwork. But no, I just want that to be on record.
Okay.
So it is kind of based on. Last time it took a week for everything to come through. I have some things in play, hopefully. So that was all.
All right. Did you wish for me to sign this judgment, sir?
Not particularly, no.
So what do you want me to do?
Well, what were my other
Because
options?
you're not disputing the amount.
Oh, I'm not
So-
disputing the amount. I owe the money. It's just about, what will my options be in terms of if you can do an adjournment until I've heard dates like 13.
I'm not, on this case, I'm not gonna do an adjournment. It's obvious that you have the.
May I have just a moment?
Yeah.
It's like, so you're not gonna have it next week.
At this point, I'm just going with, like I said, I'm just trying to take care of the situation as best I can.
You did it. I'm sorry, sir. That doesn't tell me anything. Can you have it by the 10th?
Oh, yes, I can have it by the 10th.
May
All
I?
right, that's fine. So the judge, if it indicates that you need to pay it by the 10th, do you have any other questions regarding?
No, I understand. I was just, if I could get more time, it would just be appreciated. That's all.
And Mr. Fink explained to you your rights under the court rule regarding 3-day rescission.
Not particularly. Oh, yes, in terms of if I'm not happy with this, yes, I did, he explained it.
But as the court can see, he's thrilled.
Yes. All right. I will enter the judgment by consent. All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hamilton Crossing versus Jessica Harrison. Your name?
Jessica Harris.
Thank you.
Claim is $8,024. Ms. Harrison, we had filed on her either last year or earlier
This year.
this year. And either last year or earlier this year, there was a bankruptcy stay. She had a discharge. Since the date of the discharge, her balance is 8024.
And ma'am, how are you intending on getting that?
Oh, and I'm moving.
Pardon?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I don't feel good. And I should be gone by next next Monday.
So you're gonna leave?
Mhm.
Okay.
I
So
just
here-
came because the amount that they gave me was inaccurate. They were trying to charge me for rent before the bankruptcy. And my attorney said that they can't do that. They can't charge me for the rent that I wrote off in bankruptcy.
I thought Mr. Fink, you said it was since bankruptcy.
We've reduced that since.
Yeah. Okay.
So what is the amount?
8,024.
Okay. And I plan on making payment arrangements, is what I discussed with Ms.
Yes, you
Yakita
can,
or
but what
Yakisha.
you can talk to them about making payment arrangements. I'm gonna find no tribal issue in this case after hearing judgment to the plaintiff for possession.
Now, I do have a question though.
Yes, ma'am.
What about the repairs I had to pay because they have not been making any repairs? I haven't had a closet since October.
Well, ma'am, this is for possession of the premises. So my understanding is you said you're leaving.
Mhm.
Okay,
But I had to pay someone to make the repairs that they have not been making.
okay, then what I would suggest is that as you look at this amount here as to what you will owe, that you work that out with the landlord in terms of,
Okay.
all right? Okay, the no tribal issue, rent they fixed. Thank you.
And that just means that the police come on the 6th, or what does that mean?
What it means is they can file for an order for the court to issue that you would be forcibly removed from the premises if you have not moved.
Okay, I just need time to clean it and I'm not feeling well.
I get you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls the case of Hamilton Crossing 2 versus Travon Wetherspoon.
Jill Bauer here on behalf of Ms. Wetherspoon, who is also present.
All right. Oh, there she is. Okay, she needs to. Ms. Wetherspoon, you have to be stationary, otherwise I gotta pass your case. She's not even hearing me.
This is an interesting one, Your Honor, may I?
Well, except
Oh,
that,
waiting for Ms. Wetherspoon.
is she stopped?
It looks like she stopped.
At a light. Miss Wetherspoon? She's still driving. I'm calling her while she's driving. I'm not gonna discuss the case. Miss Wetherspoon, you need to pull over. I don't know if you can call her Miss Bauer, but she's still.
I will try to call her, Your Honor.
All right.
Ms.
Now go on.
Wetherspoon, are you hearing us? It looked like she looked at the phone.
Yeah, but
Okay. Are you pulled over, Ms. Wetherspoon?
Yeah, I'm having a feeling of deja vu with somebody driving in your courtroom.
So am I, which bad things happen when that occurs. So I'll pass it. You call her, see if we can get this taken care of. Court does call the case of
Okay.
Hamilton Crossing 2 versus Tiffany Roots. Yes. Miss Roots? Okay, there she is. All right, what is the claim in this case?
Claim is $2,261, but I have prepared a conditional order of dismissal. I don't know that she's seen it, but it requires her to pay the $2,261 in 5 equal payments of $376.33 and a final payment of $376.85 starting October 15th and going through March 15th of next year, and to pay her rent timely starting October 1st This case will be dismissed. The requirement to pay rent can be enforced for 1 year. If she doesn't comply, we submit an affidavit of non-compliance. Judgment order of eviction with 5 business days for her to object. The 14-day period is waived.
All right. Ms. Roots, does that sound like something you want to do?
There is only one problem with that. I was told that I will have until the 5th to make the payment every month. Not that I'm looking forward to being late, but I don't start. So I did get a job. The job doesn't start until Monday. I was supposed to start last Monday, but they pushed the start date to this Monday. So I will not be I may not have the entire
Got it, Judge.
October by the 1st. I am driving for Uber, but I'm not really making a lot of money because I have to rent the car in order to drive. So
Gotcha.
what I'm wondering is, is it possible to make a partial
So
payment?
you need to have your rent paid by the 5th as opposed to the 1st of each month.
Yeah, I've changed it to defendant shall pay monthly rent timely and in parentheses, no later than the 5th of each month commencing October 1st, 2025. And I am emailing that to the best court staff we're in front of this afternoon.
Okay, does that work for you then?
That works.
That works. Okay. And you have any questions regarding what the terms of those conditional dismissal would be? Any questions at all?
Is that something that I can read personally and then ask a question? Well, I'm here. I can ask the questions. What happens if there comes a time where I can only make a partial payment? Like if the 5th comes of October and I'm only able to make a partial payment, what will happen? Is it just going to go right into?
That means they can reopen the case and file an affidavit saying that's what you did in violation of the agreement. Submit to the court a judgment as well as the order of eviction, but you gave her a 5-day period to object to.
I did.
All right. But there will be a 5-day period where you would be able to say that you object to their reasons for doing what they did.
Okay. That's my only question.
Okay. You have any problem with us entering the conditional order of dismissal?
I do not, no.
All right. If the conditional order of dismissal meets those terms, do you give Mr. Fink permission to sign your name to that?
Yes, I do.
All right. Ma'am, I would advise you, since you're unrepresented by counsel, you had 3 business days to think about it from the time of my signing. If you believe that there's some misunderstanding, some confusion on your part, some legal reason or some right you didn't assert, you'd have to file a motion with this court within 3 business days. You understand that?
I understand.
Okay, very good. I will mark this file as conditionally dismissed. Ma'am, have a great weekend.
You too, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Front Vista versus Tisha Clark. Oh, he's doing that. Ma'am, what's your name?
Tisha Clark.
She's been working her way through the terms of the COD. She's already made 3 payments on time, which made her eligible for a rental reduction. And it looks like her arrearage is $841, and she will make those payments in how many equal monthly payments? 6.
Hey, I mean, if you click, sure, but I mean, I probably could pay it before that.
So if you're comfortable, her arrearage is $841. We're going to do a COD that requires her to pay rent on time for a period and to pay that $841 in a period that she and the landlord will agree to. And if you are comfortable with those terms, and she is, if you advisor of MCR 4.201J, will hammer this out next week and submit the order with her signature and ours.
All right. Ma'am, would you be acceptable to that?
Yeah.
Okay. And I would indicate that you would have 3 business days from the time of my signing of the conditional order dismissal to, if you believe that there is some mistake, some right you didn't assert, some confusion on your part, you'd have to file a motion with the court within that time frame. Doesn't mean I'd set it aside, but you have that right to do that. You
Okay.
understand that?
Okay.
You have any questions whatsoever?
No.
All right. So we'll get her signature on it. I'll mark this file COD. I'll expect it next week. You have a wonderful weekend.
Your
Okay.
email address right up.
Right in this box.
Right in that box.
It's Wetherspoon's ready. I'm gonna call that.
Oh, why?
I'm gonna mess this up.
Don't do that. Sheena has it
Sheena
though.
has it. okay.
Yeah, Sheena has it.
In your honor, for the record,
Yes.
Tisha Clark is pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. So noted. All right, you take care.
You too.
I'll recall the case of Hamilton Crossing 2 versus Wetherspoon.
Thank you, Your Honor. Jill Bauer from Legal Services here on behalf of Ms. Wetherspoon, who's also here and now part.
All right, very good. Thank you. All right, what are we doing on this case? Well, go ahead.
This is an unusual case in my experience, Your Honor. So Ms. Wetherspoon, we obtained 2 sources of rental assistance for her, and her balance was paid in full, but she still owed September rent, and she talked to the office about doing a payment plan and had terms of a payment plan that we thought we were all in agreement with. And today, while I was Miss Inget and I were trying to get the terms of the COD in writing so that we could submit it to the court, I was told that Ms. Wetherspoon had moved out and surrendered her keys on September 19th. So I talked to Ms. Wetherspoon about this, and my understanding of what happened is Ms. Wetherspoon's partner was murdered in July. The people that are being investigated for killing him some of them live in Hamilton Crossing, or associates of them live in Hamilton Crossing. They've been harassing her. She's felt very unsafe. She has young children. So she went to the office to ask to be moved, and she was presented with a VAWA form to fill out, which she submitted along with a police report about the harassment. And she agreed to surrender her keys on the 19th. Now, she didn't know that this meant she was giving up her rights to her housing. She thought this was a process that she had to comply with to be moved to a new place. And so she was she did turn in her keys and she did sign that paperwork, but she did not understand the repercussions of doing so. And unfortunately, I didn't find out about this until today. I think she viewed it as separate from the non-payment of rent case and thought that she had handled it properly herself. So as we sit here today, she did present a payment plan. She owes September rent. She had a acceptable payment plan to catch that up by mid-October, as well as pay October rent by the end of the month. But now she's possibly homeless with small children who are, still lost their father this summer, and it's just kind of tragedy and trauma on the family if that's the result of this process.
Mr. Fink.
She turned in a notice to vacate saying she'd be out on the 19th. She put her keys in the drop box. The landlord, with a notice to vacate and the keys, took possession of the unit. It was essentially vacant. I'm not saying it was empty, but from our perspective, possession has been surrendered. The landlord has taken possession, and reasonably took possession. And it's not an unlawful ejection. And she did also turn in a form under the not under VAWA, but under the statute, asking to be removed, I think, under the state statute, but we have possession of the unit because she surrendered possession.
I don't know, Ms. Bauer, that I can order them to put her back in under these circumstances. I mean, it is kind of strange, but she voluntarily gave up the unit. There was nothing that the landlord did to coerce her or to move her in that direction.
Well, Your Honor, I don't know if you want to speak to her directly, but she thought that she was complying with the process that was necessary to have her rehoused. She did not understand that she was completely giving up. And I would say that my conversations with her did not align with her believing that she was giving up, because she was talking to me about how she was going to catch up her September rent this whole time. So it's, and also it doesn't really meet the VAWA, the conditions of VAWA, but she was given this form by the office to fill out. So I think it was a very confusing situation for her, and there should be some consideration for her confusion.
Well, yes, certainly. I mean, I would have, in looking at it, if she had, say, turned in the keys, but they had not yet taken possession, that might be one thing. Or, landlord had a judgment, they were issued a writ. That's one thing. I'm not sure that on a possession case, where I've not rendered judgment, but then the tenant has voluntarily surrendered, I don't know how I put her back in. If you're following what I'm saying. I mean, I get it if the landlord had done something during the course of that process, this process, that would lead her to leave or to surrender, but that's not what has transpired here, what I understand. I mean, the only thing that's leading her to do that is rightfully or wrongfully, but it's not the landlord that's causing the angst.
Your Honor, if I could just say one more thing, Your Honor, I don't think she would have turned in the keys on the 19th if she hadn't believed that that was what she needed to do to be rehoused. And I think that information did come from the landlord. And she's nodding her head yes.
Your Honor, I think there's no reason not to believe Ms. Bauer when she says her client made a mistake, but yet she surrendered possession. And by the way, Your Honor, I've got some photographs. I'm looking at an empty living room. She surrendered possession. She's vacated the unit. I'd like to submit an order of dismissal that includes the line that defendant surrendered possession. It may be there's some relief for her somewhere in reapplying for a unit or seeking some assistance in finding another unit, but she moved out. My client has possession. I think this case is moot.
Yeah.
Your Honor, if I could just say one more thing. Miss
Sure.
Wetherspoon was homeless when she moved into the unit, so she never had a lot of furnishings, and she didn't remove the belongings that she had from the unit because she didn't realize that when she turned in the keys that she was essentially surrendering the unit.
Your Honor,
I don't know how that's.
I don't want to prove the case, but these pictures don't back that up. And I'm not saying anything about Ms. Bauer, and I think she is reporting what she believes to be true, but the photographs don't support that. And I also think it doesn't matter. She surrendered possession. We all agree.
I mean, I don't know that there's anything I can do. the issue of possession by her actions has become, and I think that's probably true, that it's now moot. I don't, in this case. I mean, she did the act.
I'll submit an order.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dismiss this case. The issue is moot. The provision will read that defendant did surrender possession of the property.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you for listening to us, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. New Park Ridge Apartments versus Sherry Tubbs. Hello.
Hi,
What's your name?
Jerry Tubbs.
All right. You like Mickey Mouse?
Probably.
Never mind. I'm just looking at your shirt with Mickey on.
Oh,
How you doing? Okay. All right, where your boys living?
okay, let's say it. Oh, bro.
Okay. All right, where are we on this?
I think we're ready to talk about the terms of a COD.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
I have documentation that Ms. Tubbs or someone has done an address change with the United States Post Office for Mr. Gardner. You remember, Your Honor, this is the
Yes.
Mr. Gardner had her place listed on the sex offender registry. Regardless of whether he was living there at some time, he's not living there now. She will not allow him to live there. If he comes there, she will call the police. She'll agree to have him trespassed. Her two sons, whose names are,
Jimmy and James
what's her last name?
Johnson.
Jimmy and James Johnson, may not live there or visit. She'll comply with the terms of the lease. I will notify the Ypsilanti Police Department that Mr. Gardner does not live there, that his address on the sex offender registry is incorrect. I'll provide them a copy showing that that's no longer his address so that they can take care of the enforcement. If she does all of those things, this matter will remain dismissed. She has to do all of those things for 1 year.
All right. Ma'am?
Yeah, I too want to apologize for the last time I was here, intoxicated, remember? wanna apologize.
I remember.
Oh.
Do I?
We were wondering if you did.
You were what, a .224? I remember.
Okay.
And you know, when you get in touch, you just talk.
I
You
know.
just
I'm
you
nervous.
just say, I know you just say stuff.
And I should say that if the landlord holds her responsible for the court costs, that she's gonna have to make arrangements to pay those, but.
Okay.
And I don't know if they are.
If they are.
Plan is on that, but they want her to be able to stay.
Got it.
Just has to take care of business.
Oh, well,
Okay. And you understand all those terms?
yes, sir, I do.
All right. You have any question regarding any of that?
No, I did not.
Would you give Mr. Fink permission to sign your name to the conditional order of dismissal if it meets those same terms?
Yes,
All right. I do have to advise you, since you're unrepresented by counsel, that from the time of my signing, you have 3 business days to think about it.
Okay.
If you believe that there's some legal reason, some misunderstanding, some confusion, or some right you didn't assert, you'd have to file a motion with the court within that time frame.
Okay,
Okay, you understand all that?
understood.
Any other questions?
Yes, sir.
I have one question.
Uh-oh.
You really have 33 grandchildren?
32.
32.
You have 32 grandchildren.
Twice what I have.
That,
5 girls and 32 grandkids. I know.
okay. So, well, Mr. Fink got a question. I got a question. You didn't have a beer for breakfast this morning.
No, no.
Okay, all right.
No,
Just thought I'd ask.
no.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
You
John.
take care. Have a good weekend, but not too bad. You remember what you told me about, because I told you weren't supposed to drink
Yeah.
coming in here?
Exactly.
What was your answer to me?
I said I wasn't gonna drink on the 26th, but I might have a drink on the 25th.
Okay, you remember. Okay, all right. Have a good weekend. Actually, I think it was, I won't have a drink until the 27th. So it wasn't like if. Sparrowwood Apartments versus Regina Agnew.
Nervous. I need to do one big cough and I can't right now. Hello, how are you?
Ma'am,
Mr. Fink. Nice to meet you.
that's me. Well, I'm one of the Mr. Fink.
All right, all right.
When you two get finished, let me know.
All right. Would you like me to state my name for the record? Look, I know.
I don't know that I can stop you. State your name, please.
Ezell?
To who?
Ezell?
Ezel?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Put this on Zoom. Put all my business out.
Well, he's a good man.
I
He was a
know,
good
he
man.
resting in peace.
Yeah, he was a good man.
Yeah. Father-in-law. Father-in-law.
And I sit here on the bench and
Maiden
I feel like a third.
my maiden name is Johnson.
Which Johnson?
Johnson. My Johnsons are good Johnsons. Well, you said that like you. Well, Johnsons that grew up on Ainsworth Circle. My dad. Oh, yeah. Put it. I
have no idea.
when I got here, and you just kept on walking. So I thought maybe Robert told you to come in here and put the gloves on. But I'm gonna say my name for the record. Hi, Your Honor. My name is Regina Agnew.
Yes.
My sister wanted to hang out. She's in town visiting. And I told her, I said, I gotta go see my guy. She said, who's your guy? I said, the man that wear the black robe and have a gavel. She said, oh, you didn't tell me about that. I know you didn't. My dad gonna be looking down, Matt. I said, you know, I was on.
You're on Zoom, you know.
I know.
Okay.
That's not, I'm just, my dad looking down, that he's in heaven, so. All right, come on, we can.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, by the 6th.
Uh-oh.
1509.
Well, I paid 409 today
Okay, so that'll take you down to 11.
to 1100.
Yeah.
And I jotted some notes down. I did a hardship with my employer, so that will direct deposit into my account. It said the 29th. So that's why I said the 30th, you know, how the banks take.
Well, I'll make this the 13th and you do the rest with Robert.
Oh, the remaining, the
Well,
1100.
you work out any.
You all right. I'm so glad you know my father-in-law. Yeah. Thank you.
Your Honor, we've got a consent judgment.
You.
Also rent in the amount of $12.79, cost of $230 for a total of $15.09, but she paid $400 today.
409.
409, so she's down to $1,100, assuming that payment clears.
It will. It did.
Extended the redemption date to the 13th. This is a possession and money judgment. And as soon as you sign right there, the judge is going to tell you the 3-day. You heard him tell other
just
people.
Need my glorious signature.
I just need your Regina Agnew right there.
I know,
Your
right?
Johnson Agnew.
Yeah. You have a great number.
Yeah. But it's good looking.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Raised to keep it good looking.
Who'd you live next to?
Well, my dad grew up. You know the wife?
Yeah.
You know
next to the
Daphne
Rices?
Rice?
I know Grady and I are saying.
Oh, okay.
I used to blame him for this. I thought it was from him processing it.
Oh.
Turns out my kids have it too, so I don't think it's Grady's fault.
Well, I'm from, I came out of Belleville High School.
Sorry.
Sorry, Tigers all day. See, roar. You know that's that tiger roar.
Are you okay?
Yes. Oh, someone fell. Oh my God. You need a hug.
Can you get up?
Yes. Well, my grandmother, my grandparents. Yeah. You know the Johnsons? My dad's Ronald Johnson.
Oh, Johnson.
You know Ron Johnson?
He's graduated Ipsy High School in 72.
You know it. You know my daddy.
Of course I do.
You all right.
Excuse us.
You know, my daddy was a good man.
Yeah, he was.
Yes. His wife passed away, which was my mother and my sister's mother, and he became a widower and a single parent of 2 girls raised my sister and I.
And he was around the corner from Teresa. Well, he did around
He did.
from Teresa Rod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyree.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So will you tell Robert to stop bringing me to court then?
Well,
We have a family tree.
I'll tell him that you get a special seat in the courtroom.
Okay, Your Honor.
Yeah, you're done? Okay.
No.
Okay. You signed
So
this,
he gave.
you signed this consent judgment. You don't have any,
Don't tell me that.
see, this is,
The blue oval for a motor company.
You still
do you have any questions regarding anything on this
No,
consent
I'm
judgment?
good, Your Honor.
I know you-
13.
Oh, yeah, that.
Ms. Ag, do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions, but
Okay.
I have a, out, oh, you did,
Okay.
outro comment.
But you gotta listen to this.
Okay.
From the time of my signing, I'm gonna sign it right now. You have 3 business days to think about this. If you believe that there's some legal reason, some misunderstanding, some confusion, or some right you didn't assert, you'd have to file a motion with the court within 3 business days. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Yeah, all right, very good. In this case, I entered the judgment.
Can I come shake your hand? Can I approach the bench? Is that how you
If
say
it's
it?
gonna, yeah, I'll let it. Come on.
You all right.
Bless your heart. All right. Thank you. We'll miss you.
You okay over there? I come be with her. Take care. Okay. See, we have to stay positive.
Yeah, absolutely. Ms. Agnew, you have a blessed
You
weekend.
have a blessed one as well. Take care. Guess what? Go ahead.
Okay.
Well, I'm designated driver.
Yes, ma'am.
Your sister, well.
Court does call the case of Arbor Woods versus Rachel Sibbett. She is not checked in. I think we did have you previously sworn. You may proceed.
This is a motion for entry of an eviction. A default or a judgment was entered on March 10th. A default judgment was entered for $2,731.73. Defendant failed to pay that amount and has not paid any amounts towards her rent since then. So right now the balance is over $7,800. We are asking for entry of an order of eviction.
Hearing no response and on the merits, the court will sign the order granting plaintiff's motion for issuance of an order of eviction. And I've signed the order. I don't think I have. And I also do have the writ. We will sign off on that. All right. Thank you.